Well, a wave in the west is starting to push a couple systems across much of the upper Midwest, the southeast, and the northeast, bringing rain and even snow for some places. All the while, temperatures remain near or above normal for much of the U.S. So we are in a zonal flow still, which is generally a west to east flow in the jet stream, which is roaring at 140 miles an hour for some areas. And that means everything moves quickly west to east. Also keeps the coldest air bottled up into Canada for the time being after what was a chilly start to the month for much of the central U.S. The bulk of that cold air you can see kind of spinning around Canada. We'll see some minor cool fronts kind of sneak in. And for places like the northern plains and the Great Lakes, even a minor cool snap this time of year can lead to some snowfall, especially near some of the Great Lakes. But overall, the 6 to 10 day outlook above normal temperatures likely for the central U.S. with just some pockets of cooler weather on the east and west coast as that zonal flow becomes a little more mixed up here, let's say, as we head into the weekend and next week. So we are watching this wave in the west coast. It's kind of a long wave here. Two pieces of main energy from that are going to be the focus for some systems as we head into the next several days. The first one is already moving east of it, well ahead of it, across the northern plains and then into the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and then that will head into the northeast here later in the week. And on the southern end, that slower moving, longer wave will produce some pretty heavy rainfall in the south, places like Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, several states in the south central U.S. So this first system is producing some rain and snow showers for the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, into the UP of Michigan, and then that system will move east. And then at the same time, the southern end of that wave will start to really develop some showers and thunderstorms here for the south central U.S. with that heavy rainfall here through Friday and Saturday as some cooler high pressure settles in for the upper Midwest by the end of the week, temporarily dropping temperatures to near or slightly below normal. Most of the winter impacts too are going to be in the mountains, as you'd expect this time of year, those higher elevations, but also parts of North Dakota, Minnesota, the UP of Michigan, where just enough cold air will sneak in to produce some wintry weather, and also parts of the higher elevations in New England as well in the Appalachians. So rain and snow showers for Minnesota today into tonight and tomorrow, and still some lingering snow showers into northern Minnesota through early Thursday. And the reason we're going to see some decent snowfall totals in parts of northeastern Minnesota and along the North Shore is going to be some lake-enhanced snowfall, thanks to winds off of Lake Superior. We're talking about a narrow band, winter weather advisories, and several inches, maybe a half foot of snow for some of the higher terrain along the North Shore. Yes, there is some higher terrain in parts of Minnesota, just barely, with winds out of the southeast blowing across that relatively warm Lake Superior, while temperatures inland will be near or below freezing. So that's what will produce that narrow band of heavy snow. Extra moisture from the lake, and then that orographic lift from some of the terrain here as we move into some of those areas. That system then will track east, bringing rain to Pennsylvania, New York, even some snow showers into northern New York. And again, as we head into the mountain areas of Vermont and New Hampshire, some snow in the higher elevations there and a decent rainfall. That will keep temperatures cooler than normal as well in the northeast. But the bulk of the snow, when we look at a wider picture, is going to stay across Canada, mostly north of the Great Lakes and New England, with just some of those scattered areas. Again, it's some of the higher terrain. And then that rain gets going here Thursday into Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Tennessee, Kentucky. Several states will be affected by a few different waves of some rainfall here and thunderstorms that will add up to some pretty impressive rainfall amounts, especially considering how large of an area we expect to see some of these heavier rainfall totals from the Texas coast all the way up into southwestern Arkansas, wide area of 1 to 3 inches of rain, and there will be some locally heavier amounts in those areas as well. So 'tis the season. A strong jet stream is producing a few systems that's going to impact much of the country with rain and some snow.